Hey class, we're going to go ahead and go over median one more time. I know I said we're going to do mode, but we're going to go ahead and hit one more example on median because the other example that we had was an easier example. It's an example where we had an odd number of numbers, and that was 5. We had 5 numbers, and it was easier to cross out and get that number in the middle. Now this is an example where it's going to take a little bit more work because we have an even number of numbers, So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers, and the number 6 is an even number. That means it's going to be a little bit more difficult to find our median. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to follow the same number of steps though, but we're going to add a step at the end. Okay. So step number 1 says put numbers in order from least to greatest. We're going to do that first. So let's do that. The least number we have is 10. Cross that out. The next least number is 15. Cross that out. I believe it's 25 is next. Cross that out. 30. Cross that out. 36 and 45. Okay. Sorry, 43. Okay, there's our data set. So 10, 15, 25, 30, 36 and 43. Okay? Now, our next step says to cross numbers out left first and then right. And so it's gonna demonstrate like we did on the previous video, but you're gonna notice something in this case, okay? So the first number, 10 to the left, 43 to the right, 15 to the left, 36 to the right. Now, in this case, we crossed out 10, 43, 15, and 36. Now, if we do that same thing here, we're going to end up crossing out. We're not going to have any numbers left. And so that's a problem. So the next step we're going to do is we're going to find the mean or the average of the 2 numbers that are left. Because we're looking for a number that's right here in between those 2 numbers. Not necessarily just in between, but the middle number. Okay? So we're going to circle these 2 numbers. Okay? We're going to circle 25 and 30. And then we're going to find the average or the mean of those 2 numbers. And remember, the steps for mean, you can find them in the first video we did together about mean. Step number 1, add up the numbers. Step number 2, divide by how many numbers you have. Okay, so let's do step number 1, add up these 2 numbers together. Just these 2 numbers that we circled. We're going to add 30 plus 25. Add this up, we get 5. 3 plus 2 is also 5. So we end up with 55 when we follow step number 1 of finding the mean of 25 and 30. So step number 1, add up the numbers, we got 55. Step number 2 says divide by how many numbers you have. How many numbers do we have circled? 1, 2. That means we're going to divide by the number 2. We're going to divide 55 by the number 2. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay? So 55 divided by 2, 55 is on top, it's getting rained on. Where does it want to go? It wants to go inside. 2 on the out, right? So 2 into 5, that's 2 times, we end up with 4. 5 minus 4, we get 1. Bring down another 5. 2 into 15, we get 7. 2 times 7 is 14. 15 minus 14 is 1. And now we're going to line up our decimals. Line up this decimal, bring down a 0. 2 into 10, 5 times. 2 times 5, we get 10. 10 minus 10, we get 0. Okay? 10 minus 10, we get 0. And so we are left with 27.5. And so what we just did is we found the middle number of these 6 numbers of 10, 15, 25, 30, 36, 43. And we found the median of these 6 numbers to be 27.5. Okay? And again, we found the median of a data set or a set of numbers that's an even set of numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers. Of those 6 numbers, the median or the middle is 27.5. Thank you for watching.